Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Terrence, C. Carson is most popular for featuring Kyle Barker on the Fox series Residing Single. Terrence, C. Carson was conceived on November 19, 1958, in Chicago, Illinois. He was raised by a single parent, and they resided in the Chicago Lodging Specialist Sanctuary Courts Project. Terrence learned at the College of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, where he studied engineering and innovative planning, and joined the Particle of Theta Society. Terrence Carson made his TV debut in 1989 with the film A Mother's Boldness, the Mary Thomas story. His excursion in media outlets went on with jobs in films like Live and Extravaganza, 1991, and Firehawk, 1993. Carson additionally assumed the personality of Abed-Go Joe Newley in the Fox series Key West, 1993, the feature of Carson's TV vocation came from 1993 to 1998, when he depicted Kyle Barker on Fox's Residing Single, imparting the screen to Sovereign Latifah, Kim Coles, Erica Alexander, and Kim Fields. In spite of being a series standard for the initial 4 seasons, Carson's presence dwindled in the show's last season. It was subsequently uncovered that Carson's diminished screen time in the last season was a consequence of a compensation debate with the show's makers. The cast, including Carson, had for quite some time been pushing for fair pay regardless of the progress of Residing Single on Fox. The entertainers, transcendently ethnic minorities, were not getting similar compensation per episode when contrasted with their white partners in similarly or less effective shows. Carson, who had been a promoter for the cast in regards to their compensation concerns, confronted a conflict with the makers over the issue. The dissimilarity in profit turned out to be extremely obvious, particularly when Companions, a well-known show, began shooting on the Warner siblings' parcel right nearby. Only a year after the presentation of Residing Single and the underlying time of Companions, every entertainer assaulted in $22,000 per episode, adding up to roughly $540,000 for the season. This figure flooded in the second season, with their profit leaping to $40,000 per episode. While the specific figures for the Residing Single entertainers during this period stay subtle, it's clear that they were loathing similar monetary advantages as their Companions partners. This error in remuneration turned into a wellspring of disappointment for Terrence Carson and his kindred cast individuals. The tipping point came in 1997 when the Companions cast effectively arranged one more raise, hoisting their per-episode profit to a significant $75,000. This meant a faltering $1.9 million for the whole season. It's sensible to surmise that the Residing Single entertainers were hating such worthwhile arrangements. At this crossroads, this developing divergence in pay rates turned into the impetus for T.C. Carson's discontent, finished in pressures with the show's makers. The monetary hole between the two shows had arrived where it became indefensible, prompting a conflict that uncovered the brutal real factors of media outlets, especially concerning pay disparity. Talking about the circumstances, years after Terrence uncovered we were getting less all over, and afterward they made Companions and gave them all that the two shows were Warner's siblings. So to watch that to be on our parcel, and to watch that was truly sort of an insult. I think part of it is that even now, in the event that you're African American, you shut your mouth and finish the work. Don't pose inquiries. Be glad that you have some work. My entire time on Residing Single, I was blissful. I had some work, yet I comprehended the significance of the gig I had. I perceived the significance of how these characters affected my local area. Thus, when I come to you with an issue, this is a direct result of the fact that, not due to self-image, they viewed it as an inner self. Terrence Carson's adaptable profession stretches out past acting. Exhibiting his ability in different domains of media outlets, not only has he made some meaningful difference before the camera, yet he has likewise loaned his voice to various movies. Carson's filmography is different. Remembering prominent appearances for motion pictures, for example, Group Relations 1997, Loosen Up It's Sex 1998, Her Wedded Darling 1999, U-571 2000, and his depiction of Eugene Dix in the 2003 thriller Last Location 2, which made huge progress, netting $91 million more than its $26 million opening financial plan. His TV process is similarly great, with visitors featuring jobs on The Jamie Foxx Show. And anyway, One of Carson's essential commitments got through his voice acting, especially in the animation organization Netflix Disney series Star Wars, The Clone Wars, where he voiced Mace Windu as well as reinvigorated a few different characters. Carson's on-screen presence has gone on with a co-featuring job close by Cuba Gooding Jr., Matthew Lillard, and Shay Astin in the 2007 movie What Love Is in 2019. Carson assumed the personality of Arthur Payne in the Skip series Last Call. His filmography lately is set apart by assorted jobs in movies. For example, Wesley Christmas 2022 and Onyx the Serendipitous and the Charm of Spirits 2023. Terrence Carson's renowned, very long-term vocation in media outlets has not exclusively been set apart by his enthralling exhibitions on screen, yet it has additionally gathered him acknowledgement and honors in the domain of voice acting. Carson's commitments have procured him designations for 4 in the Background Voice Entertainer grants, displaying his ability to rejuvenate characters through his vocal gifts. Besides, he shares the esteemed BTV Crowd Decision Voice Entertainer grant for Best Voice in a TV Series Activity Dramatization, an honor he got close by his co-stars in Star Wars, The Clone Battles in 2013. With such a lot of accomplishment, we see him carrying on with a truly agreeable existence chateau in Chicago in mid-2020 TC. Carson stood out as truly newsworthy in the landfield, with his acquisition of a lavish loft in Chicago for a stunning $1,200,000. This securing, as revealed by the trustworthy land-exchanging stage Reddin, gives a brief look into the entertainer's preference for modern living arrangements in Chicago. The condo boasts an amazing all-out area of 351 square feet, highlighting 5 rooms and 4 restrooms. The Ure of Endale Park, outfitted with an open-air pool and a clubhouse, adds to the appeal of the neighborhood. Upon entering the home, one is welcomed by an extensive lounge decorated with a gas chimney, flawlessly changing into a splendid and bright lounge area. The gourmet specialist kitchen stands apart with its larger-than-usual island delicate close cupboards, treated steel machines under cupboard lighting, storeroom, and quartz ledges. An exquisite bordering family room upgrades the diversion capability of the space. The upper level of the condo unfurls into an extensive expert suite, complete with 2 stroll-in wardrobes and an ensuite restroom, highlighting a bay window-encased latrine, a detached bath with a 2-fold vanity, a different shower with a full-body spout, 2 extra very well-named rooms, and a full washroom with a 2-fold vanity. Bath and material wardrobe complete the upper level. The lower level of the home flaunts noteworthy elements, including thorough warming all through. It houses a sizable amusement room with a counter, a washroom, an on-site 4th room with a different full restroom furnished with a shower, and an ideal extra office for visitors. The lower level likewise incorporates a 5th room or rest center space. The space flaunts 10-foot roofs, boiling water dissemination heat radiation, custom wine stockpiling hard walls, and low upkeep turf, all supplemented by white oak floors. The loft is now leased by T.C. Carson for a vital $7,000 per month. The fenced patio combined with a double carport adds to the property's allure. Important elements incorporate a one-of-a-kind lawn with an encased seating region and grill offices, adding to the general charm of this genuinely gorgeous home foundation. Past the excitement and style of his acting career, Carson separates himself as a serious giver. His help traverses across different foundations, with a specific spotlight on schooling, kid government assistance, and human expressions. Carson's devotion to these causes mirrors his craving to have a constructive outcome beyond the domains of Hollywood. The riddle of Carson's own life is a glaring difference to his public magnanimous persona. Terrence Carson keeps a secret with regards to his own life. Carson isn't married and is known for being a confidential person who monitors his own data intently. The absence of freely accessible insights regarding his life has prompted boundless hypotheses and reports. One predominant talk flowing online proposes that Terrence Carson might be gay. This hypothesis emerges from Carson's purposeful decision to stay quiet about his dating history and individual connections as a confidential individual. Carson shuns remarking on any ladies he might have dated, prompting suppositions about his sexual direction in opposition to the unwarranted tales from sources near Terrence. Carson confirms that he is a direct man who basically values his security, while the media stays uninformed about Carson's set of experiences. Thanks for watching this video.